Now we are having a power socket here in order to connect the power to the power supply. So once we have connected the power to the transformer, we can power out. Yeah, power up. So once you power on, you can see the red light here, and the reader is power up. Reader is power up. Okay, so the EM lock should be working. Okay, now I am testing on the reader. Okay, to put my finger in, and then it will release the EM lock. Alright, so I put my finger in. Thank you. And the EM lock, no power, released. Alright, okay. So we put back. Alright, 5 seconds, comes back. Okay, now it's time to install the fire alarm relay. So as the previous video, I have already shown you, this is the relay and this is the connector number 1, 5, 9. So we will use one side of the relay, 159, and 9 is normally closed. 5, 9 will be normally open. So for the fire alarm, we will connect to the number 1 and number 9. And this is 13, 14 for the power input. So now this is the 24 volt power. So we connect the 13 and 14 now. Okay, this is 13 for positive, 14 for the negative. Now we have to have another extra piece of cable. Yes, we use the color of the black, alright, to connect to number 1. And we can bring this relay to power supply here. Okay, and we can take out the black cable of the COM here for the EM lock. So the moment we take out the COM, our EM lock is released, no power. So therefore, this COM cable can now go number 9. So the number 1, the other end of number 1, yeah, will then go to the COM back here. So the moment we connect to the COM in the power supply, it makes the connection of the 1, yes, and 9, and come back to the EM lock. Okay, so now EM lock is power back on again. So what we are going to do now, we do the test run when there is a fire alarm trigger. So we power on. As you can hear, when there's a fire alarm trigger, it actually triggers the relay and release the EM lock, no more power. So the door now is actually released. Okay, this is when there's a fire alarm trigger. So for example, we turn off the fire alarm, system comes back to normal. This is how the fire alarm trigger the power supply and release the door. Okay, now we are connecting the QR110 to the reader via the vegan. So what does it mean? Over here we use vegan out. Over here we will go into the vegan in. So now we get into the menu. I put in my finger and it comes to the user management here. I have created 2 users here. We go to all users. As you can see, user ID 1 is for fingerprint and user ID 2 is for batch number. So when you get into the batch number, as you can see, I have already created 5256697 is the batch number for user ID 2. So therefore, we have to confirm to the reader here that vegan input that we have to use will be batch number rather than user ID, because that is for security. Otherwise, anyone can simply just create a new user, for example, right, with the user ID 3 without any batch number. So it's actually not very secure in that manner. Therefore, we just need to confirm one more time the COM option here. Go to the vegan setup, vegan input, and the ID type that we are using is batch number, not user ID. Okay, not user ID, right? So it's a batch number. Okay, I have already printed the QR code here. So this is the QR code I have printed, 5256697. Okay, we are going to use this QR code to scan at the QR110. So now let's do the wiring. So we have got another new piece of 4-core cable, and inside the packaging, as you can see, there's another connector cable which is for the vegan. Alright, we have already used 2 of the cables here. One is the power cable and the other one is the door access cable. So therefore, now we have to use the third one, which is the vegan cable. At the back of the reader, as you can read, we have got a power out and vegan in that we are going to use. Power out, what does it mean? The reader will provide power to the device of QR110, and the vegan in that we are going to use is for the QR110 to get the vegan signal out from the QR110 into this reader. So that is why we are using vegan in reader, vegan out in QR110 QR code scanner. Alright, so we are going to use this 4 connector. Okay, in the connector cable, as you can see, the first one is red color, second one black, so this is the power out, and the third one is white, fourth is the dark green. So this is the connector that we are going to use. Okay, this is the brand new 4-core cable again. Right, so we are going to connect the green to the dark green and white to the white, orange to the red, and black to the black. Alright, the connection is done here. So this end of a new cable we are going to connect to the QR110. Over here, as we can read, we are going to use the VCC, ground, D0 and D1. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is the orange color, which is the red color from the reader. So this is the black. Following with the yes, and the white. So we can confirm one more time over here. As you can read, red, black, and white. Then only dark green. So the white is actually D1. The dark green is actually D0. So therefore, over here, the green is D0 and the white is D1, which is correct. Okay, so now let's check the reader. So the reader, it has been powered out. So this is the reader, and I'm having a big QR code here, right? So let's scan it. Scan it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright. The EM lock is released. See? Yeah. Wait until 5 seconds. The relay will come back. The power will be back. Okay. Try one more time. Scan.
Thank you.
So, yes. It is very simple. This is the QR code. And simply just wave on the scanner.
Thank you.
You can already release the door. One last time you try.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so this is the installation that we have. From the outside, we have a fingerprint reader, we have a QR code reader, we have a key switch, we have 2 pieces of EM lock here. Inside the premise, we have got a reader here, and we have yet to install a QR code here, right? So we are going to install that. And also we have got a break glass here, and this is the power supply. The relay of the fire alarm is also connected and working fine, and this is our power setup. Alright, so that's it for today. This is a whole mock-up of a door access with fingerprint reader together with a QR scanner. Thank you.